This podcast is intended for adults only. We do not condone the use of any illegal substances, and anything we consume is for educational purposes only.
Because, we should be afraid of a plant that grows from the ground. And, endocannabinoid system is, it's in your body and it produces cannabinoids. I mean, you know what? I'm going to stop because I'm going to rant. Just play the music, Mitch. Y'all extra like a side of fries. Whoa, false guys who you idolize. Yeah, go against us, I would not advise. No, how you see in the room, just look up once and you can find us. Our songs should have more plays, but we too, though, they rewind us. All my talk is lined up. Every day my girl get fined up. All my clothes is local, bitch, I really rock designer.
What's up, everyone? You're listening to the Canna podcast, where we are cultivating conversations concerning cannabis, culture, and creativity. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Mitch Narito.
And I am Erick Esteban. And this is take 2 of the intro because we have been gone so long that Mitch done forgot our tagline.
Well, I smoked
we also
too.
Smoked
we also
yeah,
smoked. As per the course.
It's part of the show. That's how you know you're here with the Canna Kuyas is because we smoked before we started podcasting. But sorry that we've been gone so long. We were on the road. Yeah. We were in Chandler, Arizona with Mikey and Ube World, which was really nice. It was a great show, man. We had it was a really fun time. Shout out to Mikey.
What's up, Mikey? Also, we missed a do you want to tell him? Do you want to tell him what happened?
About I posted it about the Gelato 33. They're all dead.
I was talking about
there's so many things bad happening. What are you talking about?
Well, so we got to episode 50 and we're going to talk about it today, but we've always
we were going to talk about it. Yes.
If you guys have been following along, Erick has not watched Half Baked. That has changed, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. But
I'll give my review, spoiler review at the towards the end of the episode. We'll do that as kind of the end of the episode. We'll leave that for the end. Yeah,
but. Is it okay if we talk about it? Erick no longer can lord me spacing out from hitting the layer cut.
Yeah, no, Mitch, if you are an avid listener of the Canna podcast, you know that one of our first episodes was when we tried the fabled Gelato 33 strain that I grew out successfully. And it was a really great strain. It smoked really well. And Mitch kind of passed out a little bit when he smoked it for the first time because it was so good. He blacked out for 2 seconds. Well, last weekend, 2 weekends ago?
2 weekends.
2 weekends ago, which is another reason why we haven't had an episode in a few weeks, is because I basically did the same thing, but the only problem was I was dancing to Kendrick's TV Off.
Yes, he was.
When I passed out, and I passed out and fell face first into my cement patio stairs and
your plants
messed up my face, bruised my face up really bad to the point where I kind of,
we can laugh about it now.
We can laugh about it now.
But when it happened,
but my eyebrow still hasn't grown back.
But yeah, so Erick is no longer allowed to try to call me out on spacing out.
No, we are even Steven. And in fact, Mitch one up me because Mitch probably saved my life because he was able to run into the house and get my wife and kids, and they were able to, help me recover. And
I probably traumatized your daughter.
A little bit, probably a little bit. It's okay. But she's fine.
She'll forget.
She's grown, They need to see the wins and the losses.
But Erick's good now. Erick's good now, and that's the whole point. That's the positive part. And then after that, yes, like Erick was saying, we went to Chandler, Arizona, for another installment of Ube World. So we've done San Diego, Texas, and Arizona at this point.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's a testament to the hard work of Mikey, though.
Yeah.
Mikey's the one who's really the driving force behind Ube World. We're just lucky to be included in his show because it's really him hustling and bustling, going to every nursing station in San Diego to make sure that was sold out every week. And now it's gotten to a point where
he's got
it's coming. If Ube World's coming to you, it's going to be a really funny Filipino-American comedy show. And we're coming to Chicago soon. I'll be in Chicago in July.
I may be also
in September
or October.
I mean, that's kind of the thing about the Canna podcast, and what we wanted to do when we first started it is to kind of like build up our comedy careers, but also, build up the knowledge that we have of cannabis to the point where we're sharing it and sharing the cannabis story that we're trying to share on this podcast when we perform on stage. Like I did in Virginia Beach this weekend, where cannabis is legal, medically legal, and recreationally legal in Virginia and Virginia Beach. But I got heckled by this guy, and he was saying that nobody wants to hear about effing this and effing that. And, either way, there's still a lot of education to be spread about this wonderful, beautiful plant. And I guess with that, I should bring and give you guys a grow update.
Let's do it.
Because if you are on our Instagram, you might have seen the death of all the gelato, which we just mentioned prior.
It's a sad day.
Yeah, it was a sad day. But at the same time, I almost kind of knew it was, because I don't think that the clone that the original genetic was necessarily very strong. No,
but it was really hot that weekend.
Yeah.
It was very hot.
And if you guys know a little bit about our setup, it is a more of a hybrid setup of an indoor-outdoor, because I have my indoor tents outside in my patio, which is
it's like a sunroom.
You'd say a sun. There you go. You're good with that, because we don't have sunrooms in Chicago. So you have a sunroom in California. This is a sunroom.
Hey, you know what I didn't know they had on the East Coast and Midwest? Like the first time I saw it, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
What?
It's like the snow room or a slosh room.
Oh yeah, to measure, clean your boots off and shit.
Yeah, I did. I was like,
it's the same thing. It's the equivalent of a sunroom, but because that's what that is. It's your outside to inside room, where if you brave the elements or you brave the sun.
It's that buffer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that buffer of in between. Yeah, it's that in between room. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the Buddha Lounge is. And so it can get really hot in there, and some strains can thrive, like the Jack Herrera. Like I said, man, I remember when you picked it out, I was like, oh man, I don't really like that strain. And now it's my favorite sativa, and it's the strongest genetic in my garden.
That's 2 years going.
Yeah, it's been going for almost 2 years, a little over 2 years now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had about 4 harvests of Jack. So it's been a good, Jack has been a plentiful genetic.
Consistent.
Another really consistent seed company has been the Humboldt Seed Company. Mm-hmm. I've been really, really happy with everything that I've gotten from them. I've grown out the chicken and waffles now.
That was good.
The blueberry muffin, which is also excellent. And I'm growing that out currently. Some of the seedlings that I popped some of the seeds that I bought, just they didn't go because of the heat inside the Buddha Lounge. But I just keep popping seeds from them, because they're just a great.
Like if they make it, they'll make it.
If they make it, they'll make it awesome. And once they're past the seedling stage into the vegging stage, you're pretty much home. But at the same time, there are variances, because I grow a lot of their autoflowers. Mm-hmm. So the autoflowers are you get what you get, no matter what. So I'll give you guys an update on the Instagram. I'll show you some of the autoflowers that I'm growing out now. I'm growing out the jelly donuts from Humboldt Seed Company. I just popped a pineapple muffin autoflower plant from Humboldt Seed Company, and the PPD is growing weird. And I actually want to show the picture before I probably pull it, because it's like maybe 4 nodes, just like 4 levels, not very small, like maybe 5 inches tall, no branches, and it went into flower. And I'm thinking if I keep letting it grow, I'll probably get maybe an eighth of weed from it. So it might not be worth growing out to fruition. I might just pull it and pop a new seed and see what happens.
The space is important.
But also, like with everything in any grow, regardless of the situation, it's the environment. And like in this particular tent where those seedlings are growing, the light is a smaller light. And I think that that's due for an upgrade.
That's affecting you. You think that's the X factor?
For sure. Especially for the autoflowers, the amount of light that they get, they can take as much light as you can give them. And if you don't give them a lot, they're not going to give you a lot. And that's basically what I'm getting from that small light. So I really just have to replace it with the lights that are in the same, just have the same light in the big tent, because I can't really get the bar style lighting or upgrade to that until either I move out or I buy this place, because I'd have to rewire the whole place to get it so that it would have.
It's a permanent fixture.
It's almost a permanent fixture, because if I get any bar style lighting, and this might be a problem that you guys can run into, because there's a lot of people who don't have a new house where they can just plug in a 300 watt light into their outlet, and they can just let it go, and it won't bust a fuse in another part of the house. There's a lot of houses like that where you can only have, a certain amount of wattage for every unit of, electricity before you're going to bust especially when in the summer months when you got your air conditioner running and a lot of different stuff running. It can
What's that
bust.
Power grid look like?
And also, if you need to be incognito, you also don't want to have these too powerful of lights, but you can have a light powerful enough to where allegedly you can still grow really great weed. I'm just saying, if it's a place where because I know that there's a lot of, I watch all the diagnoses, the people that are listening to our podcast, and some of the places aren't places where you can actually grow weed, or if they're growing it, they're probably growing it incognito or on the down low. So, you don't want to call it too much attention. And with these LED lights that they have nowadays, where they're under 200 watts of power, it's the same power to run a TV.
So I know that certain grow operations have been they got popped because sometimes police have they got stuff on satellites, or they have thermal imaging, and they see it's like, oh, hey, this house is generating a lot of heat, or there's a lot of energy coming from this house for some reason.
It's funny. I hear the stories from some of the Midwest growers, to watch the YouTube videos for them, and they'll talk about how sometimes when it's snowing, and if they have their lights in the closer to their roofs,
the attic or something.
Yeah, in the attic, you see all the houses have snow on top of the roof, and then their house it's clean, melted. Yeah, because it's still hot from the light. So it's
funny.
Yeah. So I mean, you're always going to try and find ways, and I think in general, if you're growing your own cannabis, you're not really wanting to call too much attention to your stuff. So, and especially that reason, for that reason, and for me, it's just practical, because in the back, if I were to plug in one of those strong lights, I'd literally blow a fuse, or the power would go out in my house every 2 hours. And I'm not really, my wife is only so keen on me growing my own weed in the first place. I'm not trying to have her downgrade our lifestyle by taking too much power for the sunroom.
In the Philippines, they call it brownout.
Yeah, the brownouts. Yeah, I'd have too many brownouts, and
not a blackout.
Well, no,
brownout.
But the thing is that brown is beautiful. That's why I do that, because we're brown. But I did have a guy. Had an electrician come in and to ask to see how much it would cost to rewire, and it was like $5,000.
Oh.
So yeah, unless I buy this place or I buy a house that has that capability, I'm probably not gonna upgrade the lights too much, other than those. I'll say the brand, even though we don't have sponsorship. The Spider Farmer SF2000s are available. I think they're like $189, something like that, and they pump out. I mean, you smoke the weed that I grow.
Yeah.
It's more than sufficient. In as far I'm growing in a 2x4, and I'm using the Spider Farmer SF2000 LED light. I think it's maybe like 2-3 year old model, and I'm about to get the newest model now to upgrade for my autoflowers.
Yeah, like
so,
I like, just for our listeners, Erick's setup, it's a decent setup. It's not like state of the art.
No, not at all.
Like that, but it's not like get her done type of.
No, I try to be as frugal as possible because I don't need the fancy stuff. Like I would love if AC Infinity were to hit me up in my DMs and you'd be like, hey, Eric, we want to set you up with a whole new upgrade and put all your new, because AC Infinity is literally the Lamborghini of grow tents and all the grow equipment and stuff because they've got everything that you need. Nobody's hitting me up in the DMs. So I'm going to see what I can afford. And Spider Farmer is really great too. They never hit me in the DMs. That was in my price range and I bought it. And now I built it's a little Spider Farmer, a little Vivo Sun. There's some AC Infinity, of course, in there. I have the circulating tents that are incredible. They're really good and durable and they've lasted and can run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week as I run them in the tents. I mean, they're really great. I mean, basically what I've done is I do my research on the best product for my buck, the best bang for my buck, and I assembled them all. Now they're my little Frankenstein monster grow tents of all the different tents, and and even in the greenhouse, I got Vivo Sun circulatory fans in there.
I was thinking about that because, like, you know, like any kind of hobby, right, is going to require some type of hardware, right? Mm-hmm. Like usually it requires some type of hardware, and I was thinking about it because, like, lately, I've been getting stickers made, like just random stickers, right? Like just like stuff here and there. And
you're getting a lot of stickers made, by the way. You even got a Donkey Doug sticker available. You guys should follow this guy on Instagram. He'll just send you stickers. So you should hit him up for his stickers.
Come find me at Comic-Con.
A whole bunch of. Oh yeah, you're going to be at Comic-Con this week. Yeah, that's a good call.
Come find me at Comic-Con at the end of the month or close to the end of the month. Like, I'll have a bunch of stickers to give away. But like, I was thinking about, like, hey, you know what? Because I like stickers. You know, like, there's something about stickers that, like, makes people into kids again sometimes, you know, like,
we got stickers, by the way. Canna Kuyas we got a whole bunch of, and you printed out some what are those, the holographics, the holographic marijuana ate stickers are fire, bro.
If you're around Burbank, you'll see them around Burbank. I put them around Burbank.
Yeah, and a little bit around on Santa Monica Boulevard, around where we perform.
They're across the city.
They're a little bit around everywhere.
That's another reason.
There's going to be a few at Astronaut City coming in September soon. Yeah,
no, but that's exactly why I like, you know, like, I like to do that too. Like, I don't consider it like.
I consider it graffiti, and it makes me feel good to be risky. I like it. I like feeling risky. Thrill? I like the thrill of it. I hope cops see my ass, and then I can run away from them and escape.
It's a sticker. I'll be like, here, allegedly. Give me a razor blade. I'll scrape that shit off. Whatever, you know, like
allegedly.
No, but like, in terms of hardware, you know, like I was like, what if I were to get my own machine, right? But then I was looking into it, like, you got to get your own machine. Like, there's different price ranges because, like,
I was thinking about that with our t-shirts and with t-shirts in general, because it's not a hard process, and I like being creative. And I think we will definitely, some of the Canna Kuya white, we will definitely do some special edition, limited edition tie dyes that I'll probably just, when I get bored one day, I'll start doing them and we put them up on the internet. But I was thinking about silk screening, and it's really a lot easier to just send the graphic to Pablo or, you know, or Ryan or somebody that we know who knows how to do it and knows how to do it well and make it look nice. And, you know, they can help with the design too, so that, you know, we know something that somebody wants to buy.
No, like, the only reason I haven't done it is because I'm still like, I'm not printing out huge volumes of things, and I'm just, because I was looking at them, and they're, you know, there's stuff that's like, you can get stuff for like $100, and then there's like stuff you can get for like $6K, right? And it's the same with, you know, like any hardware, like any hobby. Like, I think Spider is like a good, I would say it's better than mid, right? Like,
I'd say if we're looking at, like, in relation to cars, it would probably be a good upgraded or a higher level Honda, or maybe even close to an Acura in relation to grow tents, you know, like as far as cars, versus like AC Infinity would be your Porsche or BMW or something like that, more luxury. And it's got all the bells and whistles.
It's not like those Kias or
it's not like
it's
that.
Not a Hyundai.
It's not an off-brand where you're like, you don't know whether the tent's going to last your grow season. Or
what's a Mosdo?
No, but bro, I bought a few of those tents where they just kind of not even fall apart, but they rip when you put them together, and you just got to return them, and then it's just a hassle. Spend a little bit of money, but you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you'll be able to grow your own. Because, I mean,
those few dollars in terms of quality matter.
Yeah. I definitely am always. I grew up upper middle class lifestyle. I kind of maintain that upper middle class in everything that I buy, from like my clothing to like, I just try as much as possible. I'd rather spend more money and get a higher quality thing than spend less money and get a lot of something shitty.
Nah, yeah, I get that, because like, especially if you're shopping, like let's use Amazon for example, right? Mm-hmm. I used to be the type of give me the cheapest one possible, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get the cheapest one possible.
Yeah,
you know,
and it might not even be operable when you get it out the box.
Yeah, then so it's like, okay, let me do a little research. You know, like you got to be informed about your decisions, because everyone needs different things. You know,
and as far as grow equipment and growing your stuff at home, it really is that, because you can, certain climates are going to need a mini air conditioner, and certain climates are going to need a heater, and certain climates are going to need a humidifier, and certain climates are going to need a dehumidifier. I mean, there's so many different environments to grow in, especially if you're growing indoors, that you're going to only really learn and know when you grow in that space. And then when you move, it'll probably be learning and growing and acclimating to that space. It's going to change every time. That's part of the reason why I almost don't want to move, is because I'm so good at growing here, at least to the point where I got a perpetual harvest, and I'm always flush with weed for the most part. And I know how to, cycle the plants and through the tents and the setup that I have. And I know that when I move, it's going to be a totally different thing, and it's a totally different setup. Hopefully it'll be a huge mansion where I have a greenhouse / LED system set up with my voice command and
a masturbation station
with a droid. Why would I want a masturbation station in my garden?
I don't know. It's a man cave.
I don't need to masturbate. I'm old. I don't need that. I need to cultivate my plants. Excuse me. Masturbation is for one place. Gardening is for another place.
I don't want to know where to one other place.
My garden is a sacred place, and it's not a place where I would ever think to touch my penis, other than if ball sweat and itchy, then I would do it. But other than that, I'm not masturbating in my garden, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yet, because he doesn't have a mansion yet. But once this fool gets some money,
you're true. I'll be gardening naked in my mansion.
Yeah, he's gonna be like Howard Hughes. Like it's gonna.
Yeah, I will be like Howard Hughes, and I'll use my own pee as fertilizer for the plants that I grow. And then when you guys smoke at my house, you'll be like, "Yeah, you're smoking my pee, bitch." Yeah, not really.
Like, I'm getting high as shit.
Yeah, I know, because it's strong as because I'm sure that
you're
the cannabis.
You're just recycling fucking.
Well, actually, you know what? It's a really piss poor, another piss poor pun but transition. But I have been really learning this art of bokashi and taking the leaves, bokashi.
Oh,
no, bokashi. It's a composting method where you use fermented grains, and then you add them to the cannabis leaves after you've when you clip them, to trim the plant and do the your normal upkeep of the plants, piles and piles of leaves. I don't throw those leaves away anymore. I put them in my bokashi bin, and I sprinkle some bokashi grain on there.
I'm sorry, I can't take you.
Listen, bokashi, you can read the fucking label of the thing. No, every time I say some shit that you think is a polysyllabic word, and you always judge me because I can't spell the shit. But anyway, so
tell me more about your bukkake.
So listen, man, that's not bukkake, man. Bukkake is another thing. Anyway, no, but I put it in the bokashi bin. I put the leaves in the bokashi bin. Okay. I sprinkled the fermented grains, the bokashi grains on there, and then wait a couple days, and then you put it back right into the soil. And then the pots that I have, I just put those bokashi leaves in the first layer, and then I cover it up with soil, and now the soil is enriched with those leaves. And so it's a cycle of nothing is wasted in my garden.
Are you still doing like recharge?
Yeah, I'm still using recharge and I'm still using rooted leaf, but now I've started taking all the waste from my garden and recycling it back into my garden through bokashi, which is a really cool composting method from Japan that I've been studying for the past couple of years, for the past couple of years, because I've had a bokashi bin now for like about a year and a half. And it's like the soil, I'm not going to have to buy soil for a while because I'm just rejuvenating all the soil with the stuff that I'm growing from the soil. It's like a really cool cycle.
Dude, I saw this. I saw this method. It because scientists discovered like in the Amazon, there was like patches of earth, right? Like that were black, right? And what they figured out was like the indigenous people of that area, they figured out there's a way. It's like they would take all their leaves and wood or whatever, and they would heat it, right? Mm-hmm. And they would just char stuff, right? And then
it's called biochar.
Yeah.
You know that Earthshine bag in there?
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is for. I put biochar in my garden too.
Yeah, but it's crazy because like the land is more fertile and it's still like you could plant anything there.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's been like that for
centuries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
It's wild, and then it's wild that you can do that in your own home garden, and then grow really delicious weed. That to me is like the most important part. Like you said something to me today about how you were sharing the Fuck Boston, the Gelato 33 crust with Legend OG with your homies, and they described my weed as what again?
Nostalgic.
That makes me feel so good. That's a good word. That's a good descriptor. That's a good adjective
but I immediately knew what they're talking about. It was like, it's nostalgic because you smoke stuff that's always infused. So like you're not smoking like just flour, you know, like.
And nowadays, man, the taxes are going to be going up end of the year.
They started.
I'm sure
July 1st.
Was it July 1st?
Yeah, it was July.
I thought it didn't raise until the end of the year, but I guess
they had. It could have been one of them. I remember because we talked.
Because there's a few more. I guess it's gonna go basically from 15% to 19%.
Yeah, that's the excise tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that already went into effect.
Oh my
So
goodness.
July, like it went into effect July 1st.
So you can pay the taxes or you can grow your own. Because especially if here in California, you can grow up to 6 plants, and legally, and then if you want to, you can even try to get a medical license where you can even grow more plants, which is what I'm trying to do. But in the meantime, I got my 6 plants, and I'm happy with the 6 plants that I have. But eventually, I would like to, have a big operation where I could grow my own and
But what would you do with all of it? Because like already with your rotation of stuff.
Well, I mean, if this podcast were to grow and we could have our own strain of weed that we sell and it's branded as the Canna, the Jutes brand of cannabis, that would be my ultimate goal for this podcast. Because I know that this is the end of season 2 now that we're in. We're coming up on 30 minutes now on episode 50 of season 2. And, I feel like our next season, because we're not going away, guys. I mean, I know that we were a little sporadic with our releases in season 2, but I think in season 3, I think I got a game plan. I think you got a game plan and also I think we're going to start to go on camera because we're too damn poggy to not show you guys our faces. It's just listening to us yes, I know it's sexually enticing just hearing my voice now, but wait until you see my face. Mitch is there dumbfounded at the audacity of my statement.
No, I'm not gonna.
No, but we're gonna go on camera for season 3, right?
Sure, let's do it.
And we're gonna do. Hopefully, if everything goes right, we're gonna do some seed to harvest videos. We're gonna do some cloning instruction videos. I want to talk to Nick Nikolaev from Rooted Leaf and have him break down the whole starter kit for you. I'd love to talk to the clone coach. Shout out to him. I know he's always in our stories looking at what we post. I'd love to talk to him about his cloning techniques. These are just a few of the people that I have in mind to talk to. I mean, Grambo from Dude Grows show. I know I was on his show. I'd love for him to be on our show and for him to meet Mitch. That'd be great. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I have that I would like on the wish list for season 3. But in the meantime, I know that season 2 has to end with my review of this movie that Mitch is supposedly telling me that all potheads are required to watch.
Half Baked, everyone. Like it's wild that it's taken you so long.
Because it was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh, we're just gonna go at it like that?
I'm gonna go at it like that because we've been going at it the whole afternoon already about it. And I'm gonna tell you that it was not funny at all because I didn't enjoy any of the characters. The only character that I enjoyed were the Dave Chappelle rap character who I want to buy the whole outfit.
Smoke-a-lot.
Yeah, the Smoke-a-lot guy. I liked him. And then I liked all the people in rehab who were telling him to get the fuck out of rehab because he was bullshit ass trying to be on rehab for weed for some. And then the ending, Mitch.
It's not spoiling. This movie is like...
No, we can spoil it. This movie's fucking how many years old already? The ending where he chooses pussy over weed. In the final line of the movie, I like pussy better. No, I'm sorry. That bitch is way too pretty for you, and she's going to leave you in about a month, homie. And you're going to be back to smoking weed with your homies. I'm just saying it was a piss poor ending. I did not like the ending.
Oh man, that kind of blew my mind. But then when we started talking about it, there is a line for Eric. There are certain movies like I consider classics. So Half Baked is one of them.
Right.
Eric also he's never seen or like he quit Dumb and Dumber.
You know what? I'll tell you when it was is I don't like I'm not a punch down kind of comedian.
How is it punching?
Motherfucker, I turned off Dumb and Dumber when they had a dead parakeet, when they fooled that little blind boy and that little blind boy was petting a parakeet. How is that not punching down? They killed the fucking parakeet and then gave it to the blind kid to fool him and make it like it was still alive.
Okay.
That's punching down and stomping on the motherfucker on their head. That's punching down. And in the same reason why I don't like Half Baked, because all the pothead jokes were centered around, oh, I'm a pothead and I'm like, if I didn't have to listen to Jim Brewer talk like this for everything, no pothead talks like that. And if they smoked that much pot, they would be able to handle their shit way more than they would in that movie.
Did you ever watch the Cheech and Chong movies?
Yeah, I didn't for the same reason. Really? I don't like the stereotypical dumb pothead movies. I like movies like Friday, where like we were talking about, where weed is an element in the story, but it's not the driving force of the story.
Okay.
Where, like I said, like Friday, there's a lot of classic weed moments in Friday, but it's not because of weed that the characters are moving or acting. Whereas with Half Baked, we're just talking about writing scripts and script structure. You know, this is where cannabis and creativity comes together, guys. So no, but for real, like I didn't feel any kinship to any of the characters. I didn't care about any of the characters. And like even the whole premise of the thing was to get the guy out of jail and like feeding a diet, but you couldn't figure out another. I mean, it's a comedic, conviction of like this whole, diabetic horse and the dumbass pothead fed him. But candy. You're beginning from a premise that I don't necessarily believe in the first place, and that's the dumbass pothead that would actually feed a horse fucking frosted donuts or whatever the fuck he fed him to kill this diabetic horse. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole premise of the movie to me was so ridiculous that I think is true of a lot of comedy, is you walk that line of ridiculous versus hilarious. But I think too many times in Half Baked, it crossed over into ridiculous rather than hilarious.
Okay.
Well, I should really review movies for a living.
No, you shouldn't.
Yes, I should.
No, you should.
Yes, I totally should. I'm like Siskel and Ebert put to fucking together, bro.
You're Sisbert.
No, but no, I really like. There were parts of it that I enjoyed, like the rehab. And
boo this man.
Boo this man.
You ever suck dick for marijuana? Get out.
See, now that is a classic quotable line.
There's a lot of those lines, though.
There's not enough to where, like, there were a few that I can't remember off the top of the dome because I've only seen it once. But like, there's a few that Dave Chappelle comments on that I'm sure were improv lines they're hilarious, made me laugh out loud. But again, it's, if I compare it to like a Friday or what's another weed movie that, I mean, even a movie that we reviewed on this channel that we both didn't particularly love, but I liked more than you did, was Super Psycho Sabu. I thought that was trying to say more, and I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't care for it at all.
That's fine. But like,
Mitch is offended that I don't like this movie.
It's just like, for me, it's because like it took so long for you to watch this fucking movie.
I know that, but that's why, because I knew I wasn't gonna like it.
Oh.
That's part of why I've avoided it so many years, is that I knew I wasn't gonna like. I remember when I used to hang out with these potheads when I first moved here, and they were like, "Bro, you got to watch Grandma's Boy. It's hilarious. It's hilarious." And then I watched Grandma's Boy, and I was like,
well, Grandma's Boy is one of those ones. Yeah, it has its months. It didn't hit with
like,
me.
I would compare Half Baked in the comedy of Half Baked to the comedy of Grandma's Boy.
It's around.
They're comparable, or even Super Troopers. Again, not my favorite.
You did like Super Troopers?
No,
oh my god!
It was okay. It wasn't. I wouldn't revisit Super Troopers.
Oh man, I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, we just said we have different tastes in comedy movies, but comedy movies are so. I'm older too. I'm like I
do think like the time, because it's like all those movies that I just mentioned. Those came out when I was like in high school, entering college. So.
Right, and those came out when I was in my 20s and 30s already. Yeah, because I'm 10 years older than you. Yeah. So we took them in at very different points in our life. And in fact, if you watched Half Baked when you didn't smoke weed yet,
I thought it was.
Had you smoked weed when you saw Half Baked?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
Yeah, I was already 20 something, 21.
And not to take anything away from that comedy, it's just not my cup of tea, because I don't. Again, the whole premise, I have to believe the premise behind your joke before I go with you, right?
But then, you liked Harold and Kumar, though.
Yeah, I liked Harold and Kumar because Harold and Kumar, the characters, I cared about the characters. I cared about Harold and Kumar. I didn't care about any. I couldn't tell you their names. I mean, I could tell you Scarface's name only because that guy's face annoys me, even when he's on the Chappelle show. Like, I don't like him. He plays the same fucking character, and it's still overblown, and I still don't believe him. I can't remember his name as an actor because he's not really a good actor, so I don't really remember his name. But yeah, that guy, the guy that played Scarface in that movie, yeah, he also ruined a lot of sketches in
the Chappelle Show.
In the Chappelle Show. I'm happy that you have a good friendship with Dave Chappelle. I wish I had that same friendship so that those scenes could be better, because you're a terrible actor. He is.
Okay, no, I we're getting in depth
into Half Baked. You wanted my review of Half Baked? That's my review. Full on force, no holds barred. I didn't like that movie.
Okay,
there were some funny moments, and I appreciate why you would have liked it, especially if you watched it when you were in your 20s, newly to cannabis, and how all the fun aspects of it. But that's part of why I never watched it, was because I was already old and I'd smoked a lot of weed at that point, and I knew some of those jokes I wouldn't like because they were too ridiculous.
So when I saw that movie I saw it in theaters.
Okay.
And I remember what hooked me is when all the kids are high and they're in the convenience store. Like,
oh yeah, no, that scene. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping for more of that.
Yeah,
I was hoping like that was brilliant. That opening scene.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of that, so I can say and end on a more positive note. But that opening scene of when they all first smoked weed and then homie had that big fucking Abba Zaba, whatever it was, and he had the huge one. That was brilliant. If they would have taken that visual aspect and had it as a through line as adults, and there were some ridiculous visual aspects to them, that would have been brilliant. If they'd have carried that through the whole time, oh, that would have been great. But that's why I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then they went to shortcut. Let's go to New York and let's just hang out and have homies feed a fucking horse frosted donuts. When the horse died, every fucking time they kill an animal in a movie, I'm like, oh my God, this fucking movie.
So that's where it lost you?
No, I don't want to say that, but there were a few scenes. When the horse died, I was like, okay, we're in for this ridiculousness again, like the other shit. And then
you just don't like any of the Scarface scenes.
No, I hate him. I hate him as an actor. Okay. I just don't like him he annoys me on screen. Part of it is, I'm sure it's jealousy.
You liked
part of it is jealousy. I'm gonna be honest and real. This is the kind of podcast. I'm honest and real. I'm just jealous of that motherfucker. I wish that I was him, that I could play, because I'd play the shit out of those roles, and he's terrible at them.
So pretty much so you didn't like. You didn't like anyone you didn't like any of the main character, like not even Chappelle?
No, his character was annoying, and at the end, he loses you at the end with the choice that he makes.
Okay, yeah. So pretty much Harlan Williams, Jim Brewer, the guy who plays Scarface. I hate that I don't know his name.
I'm glad that you don't know his name, so that he gets no publicity on my podcast.
So it's pretty much
our podcast.
The things that made the movie for you were all the scenes that didn't have them. So like the opening.
Yeah. All the scenes without the main characters in them, because I didn't give a shit about the main characters.
You like Smoke a lot, though. Yeah,
I mean, as a sketch, like I would have preferred to seen Smoke a lot as a sketch than I would have seen him as a character in the movie.
All the guys in rehab. How about like the different types of potheads?
Those are fun.
Okay.
Like all their clientele, that was fun.
Okay.
But by that point, I was like, well, now you need some filler to get from point A to point B. So you're going to meet all your clients.
You like Jerry Garcia.
I love the Jerry Garcia at the end, because it's just, it was probably their whole special effects budget with those three little blue lights. So, I'm all for that. That was good use of CGI budget.
No, but I know that it is a little dated, because like back in the day, damn, that's a titty.
I mean, there's some stuff in it, and even in the movies that I love, there's dated stuff now. But like the stuff that for me, again, like my favorite will always. I think at this point now, I know there was a brief time where I was feeling very ethnocentric, and I wanted Super Psychos to Boost to be my favorite weed comedy, and it's still a fun comedy and a fun movie to watch, but my favorite weed comedy will always be Friday, because it's just such a slice of life.
But you've never seen the sequels?
No, I haven't seen any of the sequels. I've only seen the first one, and I refuse to watch any of the other ones, only because the only reason really for me that like after I watched I saw Friday in the movie theater 5 times, and each time I went in stoned and came out and smoked another joint after them. Like I made it like a thing. Like each girl that I took with, if they didn't smoke weed, then they probably weren't coming with me to Friday. I never went without a date each of the 5 times, but at the same time, I love that movie so much. And when they didn't have smoke, and then they started calling me Smokey in Chicago. So I loved Smokey so much as a character, but when they didn't have him, or when he got born, I guess Chris Tucker was born again and he stopped smoking weed or some shit like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. So that he didn't want to be in the next Friday, or he didn't want to get, I guess, typecast as Smokey. So he didn't want to do the next Friday. And when I heard that, I was like,
Smokey.
I miss Smokey. And Smokey makes Friday, the first one. It's classic. That's a classic movie. And maybe I will, now that we're Now that you forced me to watch Half Baked.
You might as well. Like,
I might as well watch all the next Fridays.
You watch Friday after next Friday.
I mean, Ice Cube's still in them, right?
Yeah.
Does he still play the same?
Yeah, it's always Ice Cube.
But he plays the same character. Craig.
Yeah.
From the first one.
Yeah.
So it's just Smokey's not in it anymore. I mean, there was a vast array of wonderful characters in the first one, and Cat Williams is in the next one. So I would think that there's more than enough reason to watch. Maybe that'll be for season 3. We can watch all the Fridays as a marathon in the backyard with everybody.
Did you ever watch How High?
Yeah, I think like maybe once or twice, but when I was I really love Method Man and Redman as a creative team. Okay. I like all their songs, and I'm sure I watched How High, but I can't remember it at all.
It's tough.
It wasn't. I know that it wasn't very good, because if I've seen it but I can't really remember it, then it probably wasn't good.
So so it'd be the Friday sequels for you.
We could do the Friday sequels. We could do that. We could do that as a marathon.
I only like the second sequel though. The third, because there's 3 of them.
So we could just do the first and the second. I'm fine with what we could choose. We are the manifestors of our own destiny here at the Canna Kuyas, and we can do what we want. Okay, if we want to watch the first 2 Fridays and smoke out with our friends in the backyard and have a wonderful kainan with barbecue and all the different things, maybe even have Dre Magic's there to do some magic.
Summertime.
Why not? We could end summer with that way. We could do that and start off season 3 with that. We could do that. Because we could take a break. Because we need to take a break. We're all both busy and on the road. You're going to be at Comic-Con. July, and I'm going to be in July 17th. I'll be at the Comedy Plex. Tonight I'll be at the Ice House. I don't know if that's going to mean anything by mentioning that, but whatever. I'm at the Ice House tonight.
Just send good vibes, people.
Yeah, just send good vibes, so that when you're hearing this, hopefully the show went well. But yeah, I'm in Chicago the 17th. You're at the 17th through the 23rd. 17th through the 23rd at Comic-Con, right?
I'll be down there. Come find me. I'm gonna shamelessly cosplay as myself. You'll have
Canna Kuya stickers, yeah.
I'll have Canna Kuya stickers.
And marijuana hologram stickers.
I got all the stickers. Just find me.
Are you gonna give them away free, or are you gonna?
No, I consider them just like business cards, and like it's like at this point, because dude.
Yeah, that's what I say too. So that's why I look for Mitch. You get some free stickers. Yeah. I just wanted to say it before I obligate you to passing out all these free stickers.
It's like, for me, it's like anyone that comes up to me and still shows me love for Doggy Dog, I'm just like, yeah, you deserve a sticker.
Yes, you do.
It's been a while now, and people still show love.
They do. I know. I'm witness to it. It's nice. It's nice to see. It's always also nice to make a bet and win when Mitch doesn't think people will recognize him, and then somebody screams at him on the street.
No, it makes my day. Like, honestly, it makes my day. As long as people like, and I like, in this whole time, I've never really experienced like a disrespectful person, like everyone's always like so sweet and like how they approach me. So yeah, like that's why, like, like if people recognize and show love, I'm just like, hey, here's a sticker. That's love back. Like, and then people be like, oh, I got a sticker from Donkey Doug.
That's right. That's right. So. Well, I guess it's time to wrap it up, but also we're coming to a close on a second season.
That's 2 years, baby.
Of the Canna Kuyas. Yeah, man. And, man, it's been a great journey so far, man. And I know that when we upgrade to on camera and some seed to harvest videos and maybe some instructional videos for you guys, I think that'll open the door to a lot more of the Filipino American growers, the Canna Kuyas and marijuana ates out there that are listening to us, getting their grow tips from me. You shouldn't follow me. Just take my shit with a grain of salt, all right, please, because I'm still learning every day. But it's been a pleasure of mine to be podcasting with you guys.
And just in case you're coming in, this is your first episode. Welcome, and you could follow us at Canna Kuyas. That's CANNAKUYAS. We got Erick at Erick Esteban Comedy.
And Miscellaneous Brown. You can go at Miscellaneous Brown, the full one word, Miscellaneous Brown. You can do that too. That's my full length comedy special. But also, my new comedy special just came out last week, which is another reason why we've been kind of sporadic with the podcast, just because we've been so busy over here. But More Miscellaneous is out right now, available at 4x3 Productions on YouTube. So watch that, cop that, share that, comment, like, subscribe, do all the things.
Yeah, and if you're trying to find me, I'm on Threads and Instagram at Mitch Narito. And so yeah, hit me up. Send us a DM if you're a listener to the show. Be nice to know, because we haven't had an update in a while about who's listening and where. But we're still in a couple different countries. We're still all over the place.
And I'll do one of those checks for season 3. And like I said, we were pretty sporadic with season 2, but I think we've kind of hit. I know, for me as a grower and as a home grower, I've kind of hit my stride. I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of feel like I can share some wisdom with other people. And I've been waiting for that in order to put some stuff on camera. And I think we're ready. I think Mitch is ready because he likes to sample all the stuff that I grow.
This is like a weird Mr. Miyagi, Daniel-san relationship.
Yes, where you're Daniel-san, but you don't do shit, but just watch my karate.
I just watch you trim your bonsai trees.
Yes, well, I think Mitch is gonna be behind me with some chopsticks catching flies soon.
That's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna be part of pest control.
No, but we're gonna definitely upgrade our production up here, and watch out for us on season 3. We'll still be doing the audio. We'll still be available wherever you get the podcasts, but we'll also be hopefully upgrading to some videos and some instructional videos to help you build your home grow where you're at.
So everyone, you've been listening to the Canna podcast, where we are cultivating conversations concerning cannabis, culture, and creativity. Again, I'm Mitch Narito.
And I am Erick Esteban.
And to all our marijuana ates and Canna stay lifted.
Stay elevated, y'all.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. See you in season 3, baby.
Season 3.
I got my hoodie on, now peep the chest, that's human catalyst. Downtown Chula Vista, on 3rd Ave where I go cop some shit. Fuck a thief, so fuck zoomies. Yeah, they whack ass jacking shit. Yeah, I move too swift, so I striking silence. Fuck the violence, man, check my mileage, cause I got drive. First tour, I drove 6 states, never thought I'd be there right by my side. Man, what a time it is to be alive. See, I'm charged up, feeling energized, build an enterprise, move supersize. Y'all lecture like a side of fries. Whoa, false guys who you idolize. Yeah, go against us, I would not advise. We the highest in the room, just look up once and you can find us. Our song should have more plays, but we too dope, they rewind us. All my targets lined up, every day my girl get fined up. All my clothes is local, bitch, I really rock designer.
Gang, highest in the room, yo, we get fucked up. Ay, you can count on Trey, can't bring the loud pack. Ay, get us in the stew and that's game over. Western Metal Building, that's a home run. Yeah, keep the up leave the fuck a Folgers. Little bitch, I made the beat and dropped the full verse. I just hit a steelo, I got dripped up. Package born and raised, bitch, I got dripped up. Y no se compara. Yo estoy con mi pana, se llama Trega, fumando ganja. Estamos con Cali, fumando en Cali, yo sé que traen ganas. Ella me dice, papi, que terminamos la cama. Highest in the room, yeah, we get fucked up. Ay, you can count on Trey, can't bring the loud pack. Ay, get us in the stew and that's game over. Western Metal Building, that's a home run.
Yeah, we got hits like Tatis and Machado. Man, we know you're not a leader, cause all our moves you just follow, packing big bowls. You know we just scooped up that gelato, cause I smoke killer. My shirt iller, yo, ask our dealer. We the highest in the room, just look up once and you can find us. Our song should have more plays, but we too dope, they rewind us. All my targets lined up, every day my girl get fined up. All my clothes is local, bitch, I rarely rock designer.
Highest in the room, yeah, we get fucked up. Ay, you can count on Trey, can't bring the loud pack. Ay, get us in the stew and that's game over. Western Metal Building, that's a home run.